Welcome back to Jersey Matters. I'm Larry Manti. Do you remember the story of the cow that jumped out of a truck that was on its way to the slaughterhouse on Route 80 up in Paterson, New Jersey? It got international attention because of the story of a cow trying to escape going to the slaughterhouse. Turns out that cow had a name, Brianna, and she is now the source of possible legislation. Pushing Brianna's law is Chief John DeCando with Paterson Animal Control, and we know each other from way back. Thank you for being in here.
Good to see you.
Really appreciate it.
Good to see you.
So you were on the scene.
Yes, I was, yes.
And so you get there, and what did you see?
When I got there, Officer McCullum from the Paterson Police Department, Brian, already had the rope around the cow's neck, and we contacted the tow truck company. So we had a hard time trying to get the cow off of Route 80. The main thing is get him off of Route 80, put him on Route 19, so no one gets hurt, because this happened around 3:05 in the morning. When we got there, we end up bringing the cow down off the bank onto Route 19, and the cow, you had to see it, Larry, the cow jumped from the top of the truck, at least 10 feet high, kicked the door out, because in my heart—
There's no way the cow knew where it was going, right?
I believe in my heart the cow did know where he was going. I think so, sure.
Wow.
Sure.
And what was the condition when you saw the cow?
The cow had problems with his knees because, don't forget, he jumped 10 feet high. He kicked the door out, and it's almost impossible to kick the door out. From her falling 10 feet high onto Route 80, there had to be damage. So it was a horrible sight to see that cow.
And you said you saw the cow cry?
The cow actually, when I got there, I didn't want to do it by myself, so I called my personnel over, and I also called the Jersey troopers over. I says, what is that cow doing? And that cow is crying. Now, I don't know if it was the cow had tears coming down of his eyes because it was cold out, or the cow was injured, or the cow was jumping with joy, of happiness. I don't know, but I know what we saw, and it was a tough situation.
And that cow's still alive today?
That cow is doing fabulous. I contacted the slaughterhouse. I spoke to the owner and the guy on the truck who was a little arrogant. He wanted to take the cow back. I spoke to the owner of the slaughterhouse. He says, if you want the cow, keep the cow, and that's the end of it, because he was going to have his people to come up there. So we contacted the sanctuary, Skyland Sanctuary up in Wantage, and Mike has been dealing with Mike for many, many years. He took a couple bulls for me, a couple cows, a couple sheets from Paterson that escaped from the slaughterhouse.
It's an incredible story. So you ended up saving the cow's life?
Absolutely, no, we did. Between the troopers and Officer McCullough from the police department and it was like a team effort thing.
Oh, that's wonderful. And it turns out Brianna, the cow, was pregnant.
We didn't know that at the time, of course, but 2 days later, I get a phone call from Mike. He says, you're a godfather. What are you talking about? He says, just had a baby named Winters. And I said, this is unbelievable. This should have never, ever happened. Why a pregnant cow going to a slaughterhouse to be killed?
And the cow brings us to Brianna's law.
Absolutely. I mean, I was up all night thinking about that. The following night, what am I going to do? So immediately I started writing letters. My first letter went to Assemblyman Benji Wimberly and Senator Nellie Poe, Assemblyman Buca, and as soon as I hand-delivered the letter to Assemblyman Wimberly, and I spoke to the Chief of Staff there, Yvette, and time I got back to my office, she already called me. She said, I spoke to the Assemblyman. It's already going to Trenton to go into the hopper to get a bill, because she agreed and Assemblyman agree that this should never, ever happen.
Explain what Brianna's law is. I think we can figure it out, but just so we get it, explain what it does.
It does. It means there's no animal, there's no cow or animals allowed to be slaughtered while being pregnant. This will stop that. There's no federal, there's no state, there's no local laws at all. So if this is passed, it's going in front of the General Assembly, along with the Agriculture Division on March 7th.
And it sounds like it has unanimous support.
Support from all over the world.
From all over the world.
Over England.
This is a state law. Now, if you get this passed,
I think other states are going to jump on the bandwagon.
Are you going to go travel? Are you going to try to
I don't know if I'll travel, but I will definitely.
They're going to want to hear from you,
I will definitely talk to, our job is to protect and serve our four-legged friends. And this is what this is what we do in Paterson. I mean, it was a real touching situation.
Right, I can tell there's a connection.
Really, because been doing this for 43 years. That's an awful long time. Can't make everybody happy, but I sure hell try. But it's a great law, and I thank Assemblyman Wimberly, Senator Nellie Poe, Assemblyman Buca for introducing this, because if it wasn't for them, I wrote the letters. I got it going. But they're the ones are pushing.
Are writing the law and pushing it through.
Exactly. And
what about federal?
There is no federal.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There's
no congressman
federal
in New Jersey. You have a senator that's now running for president. I would think that you probably could get this.
Well, I sent the
letter.
letter.
To get down to Congress?
I hand deliver a letter to Congressman Bill Pasquarelle's office because he's in our town. And I spoke to the secretary, and she said to me, I'm going to give it to the congressman. Fantastic idea. And that's from Congressman Pasquarelle's office.
And what's happened?
Still waiting.
Okay.
Still waiting.
So now you put a little bit of pressure on him.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Good seeing you.
Congratulations. Good luck with the law. We'll cover it again. Come back.
Okay.
Chief John DeCando, Paterson Animal Control, and one of the advocates of Brianna's Law. Jersey Matters continues right after this. Coming up next on Jersey Matters, a disturbing crime in Asbury Park. Someone is mutilating cats. We'll find out where the investigation is when Jersey Matters continues.